Cold and flu season is upon us, both of those caused by viruses. A great weapon against those pesky viruses is to wash your hands regularly and use hand sanitizer. But when it comes to hand sanitizer, is it as helpful as we think? A new study out of Japan found that the influenza A virus was sometimes still active after being exposed to an ethanol-based hand sanitizer. In particular, they found it when those viral particles were surrounded by mucus, the virus was able to survive the hand sanitizer, and it took 4 whole minutes of the hands rubbing with the sanitizer to actually kill the virus. And this is a lesson for me because I am a guy who, if I'm traveling on airplanes, I'll put a little hand sanitizer, ethanol base, and it's just like, let it dry off. But now, if you sneeze in your hand and you don't have access to washing your hands, which we know is the best way, you gotta get it in there.
Yeah. So the interesting take home for me from reading this was that 10% of the US population develops influenza every year. So this is really relevant to know that you might just want to go back to the good old 30 seconds soap and water hand washing.
If you can, that's
happy birthday
by far
twice.
the best choice.
Always better.
But it also, to me, highlights something else, which what do we tend to do? And we've discussed this on the show before, but when you're about to sneeze, our initial reaction is almost always, ha-choo! And now here it is in my hands, where I can touch every possible surface, everyone else, and they can potentially get sick. Literally, I would rather you in your elbow, inside your shirt, but when you sneeze in your hand, this is the most transmittable thing in many ways on your body, right? We use our hands to touch everything, and yet this is how we tend to stop our sneezes. This is where the mucus lives. So just be cognizant of that. And I will still say this, there is a place for hand sanitizer because a lot of times we don't have access to, in these crowded spots, buses, going to work in the morning, still better than nothing.
The doctors.
12 years in!
The prognosis you prayed for.
For the first time in public.
I want to see if she can take a few steps.
This is so scary.
The treatment you needed.
You look fabulous.
It's the daytime talk show that's been your cure for over a decade.
That is literally taking the lives from their community. I can't believe that this is happening.
With the issues affecting your health right now.
It is not housing, it is not economic inequality, it is a health crisis.
I lied to you, and I lied to you. I have a truth that I'm going to reveal.
The Doctors, on call for season 12.